Is Bhangarh Fort really the most haunted place in India, or is it just a myth? Today, we delve into the mysteries and enigma of Bhangarh Fort, a place that has intrigued and terrified people for centuries. Situated at the edge of the Sariska Reserve in the Aravalli range of hills in Rajasthan, Bhangarh Fort is a 17th century fort known for its rich history and chilling tales. Built by Raja Bhagwant Das for his younger son Madho Singh, the fort was once a symbol of royal grandeur. But now, it stands as a haunting relic of the past, its beauty slowly crumbling under the weight of time and legends. Bhangarh Fort is not just any historical monument, it's a place that's wrapped in a shroud of mystery, with numerous myths and legends associated with it. Some say that the fort and its precincts are cursed. The story goes that a sorcerer fell in love with the beautiful princess of Bhangarh when his attempts to win her over through magic failed. He put a curse on the entire town, dooming it to destruction and death. Another legend speaks of a prophecy. It was said that the moment the shadows of the fort's palaces touched a forbidden dwelling, it marked the beginning of the end. And as fate would have it, the prophecy turned true, leading to the abandonment of the fort. Tales of ghostly apparitions, eerie noises, and strange happenings are commonplace among locals and visitors alike. The fort, they say, comes alive with paranormal activities after sunset, and it's said to be so haunted that even the Archaeological Survey of India has prohibited anyone from staying there after sundown. Are these stories enough to declare Bhangarh as the most haunted place, or is there more to it? Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mysteries of Bhangarh Fort in our upcoming scenes, so buckle up because we're in for a spine-chilling journey. Every brick in the Bhangarh Fort seems to whisper a spooky tale. Let's dive into the two most popular legends associated with this eerie monument, both equally chilling and fascinating. The first tale is of a tantric, a practitioner of the dark arts who fell in love with the beautiful princess Ratnavati. His love, however, was unrequited. In his desperation to win her heart, he tried to use a love potion on her, but the princess saw through his deceit. In retaliation, she ordered him to be killed, but before he breathed his last, he cursed the princess, her family, and the entire fort. The curse, locals say, is the reason why Bhangarh Fort is in ruins today. Now let's move on to the second legend. This tale involves the same princess, Ratnavati. However, this time it's about her reincarnation. Locals believe that the princess has taken birth again and she will return to the fort, causing its ruins to come back to life. Historians, on the other hand, are skeptical about this reincarnation theory, but the locals swear by it and hope for the princess's return. These legends are not just stories. For many, they are a part of their lived reality, passed down through generations. Some historians argue that these tales are merely folklore, with no historical evidence to back them. But many locals believe otherwise. For them, it's a part of their ancestry, their history, and they tell these tales with a certain conviction that makes one wonder. So there you have it, the two most popular legends of Bhangarh Fort. One talks about a curse that led to its destruction, and the other speaks of a prophecy that promises its resurrection. Folklore or truth, these stories are intriguing and never fail to draw in curious minds. These legends have stood the test of time, but is there any truth to them? The answer, my friends, is as enigmatic as the fort itself. Have you ever heard of a place where entry is prohibited between sunset and sunrise? This may sound like a line straight out of a horror movie, but it's a real-life rule set for the Bhangarh Fort by the Archaeological Survey of India. Yes, you heard that right. The governing body that oversees the preservation of historical sites in India has laid down this peculiar regulation. The Bhangarh Fort, infamous for its spooky reputation, is completely off-limits after the sun dips below the horizon and only opens its doors again at the break of dawn. The Archaeological Survey of India, usually known for its meticulous preservation efforts, has taken this extraordinary step not just for the preservation of the fort, but reportedly to safeguard people from the fort's alleged dark forces. Now the question arises, why such a rule? Is it to allure the curious minds? Or is there something genuinely eerie about the place? Let's delve into the experiences of the locals living near the fort. They have been the silent spectators of the fort's history and its evolution into a place of horror. Over the years, the locals have reported strange occurrences and inexplicable phenomena happening within the fort's confines. From eerie noises in the dead of the night to shadowy figures flitting across the ruins, the tales are varied and chilling. Some have even claimed to witness apparitions, and the fort's dark silhouette against the moonlit sky is said to be a haunting sight that sticks with you. These experiences have only reinforced the belief in the fort's supernatural powers, leading to the enforcement of this rule. The Archaeological Survey of India's warning sign at the fort's entrance is not just another regulatory notice, it's a testament to the fort's chilling lore. Is it the fear of the unknown, or have people actually experienced supernatural activities here? The answer remains shrouded in mystery, much like the Bhangarh fort itself. But one thing is certain: the spooky rules of Bhangarh are as intriguing as they are terrifying. As with any haunted place, Bhangarh fort has its fair share of skeptics and believers. On one side of the divide, we have the skeptics. They argue that the legends surrounding the fort are nothing more than tales spun by creative minds. To them, the stories of apparitions, strange noises, and inexplicable incidents are just figments of a wild imagination. They say that the alleged hauntings are merely the product of confirmation bias, where people tend to see and hear what they've been conditioned to expect. One such skeptic, a historian, argues history is rife with stories of the supernatural, but often these are simply narratives that have been exaggerated over time. Bhangarh Fort is no exception. Another skeptic, a scientist, adds, "There's always a logical explanation for everything, even if we haven't found it yet. Ghost stories often fill the gaps where our understanding is lacking." But then there are the believers. These individuals swear by their experiences at Bhangarh Fort. They've heard the inexplicable noises, seen the spectral figures, and felt the chilling winds that seem to blow from nowhere. They believe that these experiences are beyond mere coincidence or trickery of the mind. A believer who visited Bhangarh as a skeptic recounts, "I thought it was all just stories until I experienced it myself. The eerie silence, the sudden chill, there's something there that isn't normal." Another believer, a local resident, says, "We've grown up hearing these stories. They're not just tales for us, they're part of our lived reality." The believers' experiences are so compelling, so visceral, that they're hard to dismiss outright. They challenge us to question what we know or think we know about the world around us. So we're left with a question that perhaps has no definitive answer. A question that each one of us must answer for ourselves. So, who do you think is right? The skeptics who see it as mere folklore, or the believers who have experienced the inexplicable? As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Bhangarh Fort, the line between reality and myth seems to blur. We've journeyed through the enigma, the legends, the rules, and the debates. Now we stand at the precipice of a haunting conclusion. The legends of Bhangarh Fort are riveting, filled with tales of curses and unrequited love. They've been passed down through generations, becoming a part of the fort's identity. Yet they remain just that, legends. Stories spun from the loom of imagination, colored with the hues of fear and fascination. The spooky rules of Bhangarh Fort too add to its haunted reputation. The prohibition of entry after sunset and before sunrise, the warnings against solitary exploration, the tales of those who dared to break these rules and face the consequences. These regulations, whether for safety or superstition, deepen the air of mystery surrounding the fort. Then we have the skeptics and the believers. Skeptics who attribute the tales to human imagination and fear of the unknown, and believers who swear by the eerie experiences they've encountered within the fort's crumbling walls. This dichotomy of beliefs further fuels the intrigue and debate around Bhangarh Fort. All these elements together weave a complex tapestry that contributes to the fort's haunted reputation. The legends, the rules, the debates, they all create a sense of unease and curiosity, stirring our primal fear of the unknown. Yet, at the heart of it all, we must ask ourselves, is the haunting of Bhangarh Fort a reality etched in stone? Or is it a figment of collective imagination? Is it a place where the supernatural holds court? Or is it simply a monument echoing the whispers of a bygone era? So, does Bhangarh Fort really deserve its title as the most haunted place in India? Or is it all just a result of our fear of the unknown?